Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into the financial filing of Murano Global Investments, and let's just say it's a bit like a roller coaster you might find at one of their resorts, full of unexpected twists and turns, some thrilling highs, and maybe a few moments where you wish you hadn't gotten on. Before we start, if you appreciate getting straight insights from corporate documents, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description below for more discussions. To make sure everyone understands, Murano Global Investments operates hotels and is publicly traded with the ticker MRNO. Their main source of income, like many hotel chains, comes from things like room rentals and food and drink sales, and also all-inclusive packages. But here's a big issue to start with. They owe more money in the short term than they currently have available in cash at. That's usually not a great position for any company to be in, and as we will see, affects everything else in their planning. It can also lead to the lender calling on demand of lender due to existing or future breach in covenants or defaults. The agreements they have with lenders require them to maintain certain promises. If they can't keep those promises, they can't keep those promises. All the debts may become due now. Let's dig into the meat of the report. For the year, Murano had revenue of about $730 million, and although this seems like a great number, there's a catch. It really started costing them a lot more to have that revenue, with direct and selling and administrative expenses reaching over $1.3 billion in expenses. One of the reasons is that this year they included expenses in the amount of $319 million, which is money allocated to account for use of equipment. And it increased 136%, meaning they have more equipment that they are having to account for due to new openings. This also means that their expenses are so much higher this year due to their operations, with the Vivet operations, with the Vivid Hotel beginning said, and there's also, which shot up to $917 million for the year. That's because Murano did a business combination that had to be accounted as a share-based payment under accounting rules. This has been partly offset by which increased their value by $239 million. This amount varies according to market conditions, but it is also increased significantly, almost 300%, to reach $34 million after. However, with all these numbers coming and going, the main problem here is with liabilities, for example. This means because the Mexican peso appreciated in value compared to the US dollar, they lost a massive $1.4 billion, meaning now they need to spend more pesos to pay for their dollar-dominated loans. Here, putting all together, we reach a total net loss of over $3.5 billion for the year, against a profit of over $57 million for the year before. So where did all these losses come from, Kits? Well, here's where that liquidity problem comes back and what they tried to do about it. They failed to make an interest payment on December 2024 surplus end. The company has other debt. They also have and are discussing a payment to Nafin to obtain a waiver of a loan condition to SAFTI. That's not good. Now you may ask, what has the company done about it? Well, they have sought help. They are planning a debt restructuring plan to negotiate with lenders pre-fall, but the company will be okay, right? They can keep operating, right? Excited to say, really. The auditor itself has mentioned, let's dig in with some of the risks of this company. As websites such as Expedia start being more commonly used, then negotiating power to put their product out there becomes weaker and they could have reduced profit. But how safe are their hotels? Expected to become its greatest weakness, which is not bad. What is bad is that they depend solely on this market, and a lot can go wrong, from weather, natural disasters, or violence to, of course, climate change. So first, around sea level in Cancun may present challenges from rising sea levels and erosion. Actor 2 about the cash issue, well, they will likely need to ask for more money, which might be hard to get due to the other problems. To top it all off, Murano is now a public company, meaning they have to follow a lot more rules, which costs money and takes up management's time. It was determined the company has issues in its reports and control, one of them being not having enough qualified people present. So now, looking at these results more broadly, Murano is an interesting yet very highly speculative endeavor. The roadmap that they present for their future includes a debt restructuring with specialist professional advisors, and their risks are being managed from board to staff levels in the effort to preserve shareholder value. I think it is wise to keep an eye on Murano as its challenges are faced in time. That said, their debt levels raise some major concerns, so please keep that in mind on Murano as its challenges are faced in time. That said, their debt levels raise some major concerns, so please keep that in mind. Alright, that's our breakdown of Murano's latest filing. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more conversations. Thanks for watching, see you next time.